How to know when it is time to move to Idaho and say goodbye to California or whatever state you are living in. A lot of places right now are changing. There are looters in stores, homeless camps that could pass for third world countries, and even apps to show you where human poop is and all over your city. They even hired a full-time guy to pick up that poop. So we're going to talk about when it is time to leave and if Idaho is the place to go. We'll go through the major topics people are upset with in their state, and then show you the improvements you find in Idaho. Plus at the end, I'm going to show you one of the biggest differences and something most people are tired of in their state. My name is Brady Fagel. I'm a Boise local and a real estate agent. I help people relocate to Idaho. So shoot me a text or a call if you have any questions during this video. The first topic is an obvious one, but it's something we all have to deal with. It's the largest expense monthly, and whether you're a renter or a homeowner, you have felt the increased home costs over the last few years. So if you're living in California or Washington or any of the major states and you're struggling to find a home to buy that you can actually afford, or you're tired of paying $2,100 in California for a one bedroom or $800,000 for the median house, or that same price in Seattle, then it might be time to look at Boise, where the median rent for one bedroom is $1,300 a month and the median home here is $470,000. With a home in the Boise area for $350,000 looking something like this as a new construction home in a new development, and a home in LA area where a lot of you come from looking something like this. Even though home prices and rent in Boise have skyrocketed in the last 5 years, Idaho is almost half the cost that California and Seattle and Portland are. Even if you are someone on your second home in these areas and you are tired of the other topics we are going to talk about, you can buy a $600,000 home in Boise that looks something like this, with a yard and fully upgraded inside, versus what you are all aware of in your area. The next topic might be highly dependent on the exact area that you currently live in, but if you are tired of feeling anxious about when you leave your house, or you feel like you have to lock your door when you go to the store and there are security guards, at your Walmart, it might be time to make the move. In Boise, none of this is going to happen. Boise is ranked well below the national average for crime, and it is actually decreasing every year. So Boise is actually getting safer. There have only been 11 murders since 2020, and most of those were, kind of domestic disputes, nothing crazy. The suburbs of Boise are even safer than Boise itself. If my wife didn't worry as much, I would leave my car unlocked everywhere I went, because I have lived here my whole life and I know that I don't have to worry at all. People will accidentally leave their garage door open or a car unlocked, and you feel safe not turning around and driving home to lock it back up. Boise in Idaho is about as safe as it gets, and if you have to deal with crime and just the emotional kind of distress of living where you are and affording a home in the safe part of where you live, it might be time to go. Before we get into the next couple topics, and then of course that really big reason it might be time for you to go at the end, my name is Brady Fagel. I am a real estate agent, and I help people like you every day decide if Idaho is the right decision for them. It is why I make these videos, to hopefully help you improve your life and be in a place that is better for your family. And even if that isn't Boise, I am here to help. So if you're moving next week or in a year, shoot me a text or a call, and know that if you trust me enough to reach out, I should be the one to be your agent. I will be the one answering the calls and showing you the homes. I'm not going to hand you off to anyone on my team. And if you could, subscribe to the channel. It helps me out and it helps you not miss any videos. Homeless people. Many of you are probably used to it, and although I have not been to LA or Portland or Seattle in a long time, I remember what it was like back then, and I talked to a lot of those of you moving from those areas, so I know how bad the situation is now. So if you're tired of homeless camps, and from what I hear, areas that look like third world countries with drugs and infected people that apparently resemble what you might think of as zombie-like, then it might be time to move to a place like Idaho. Here in Boise, there is more homeless people than anywhere in Idaho, and when you visit, we'll quickly realize it is a very small amount. There's one small homeless shelter, and if you drive downtown, you might see one or two If you visit the suburbs, I can almost guarantee that you will not see a homeless person. And this adds to how safe Boise feels. And on this topic, one of those first things I hear people say who visit from other cities is that they cannot believe how clean Boise is. You won't find any human poop in Boise, and you won't even see that much trash. Downtown Boise is extremely clean and it's extremely nice. Then if you're tired of paying taxes and having a high cost of living when it comes to gas and groceries and everything that you pay for on a daily basis, again, it might be time to make the move. Instead of paying $6 a gallon in California, you'd be paying $4 here in Boise. The groceries are cheaper, the insurance is cheaper, and the taxes are cheaper here. From a general tax burden perspective, you'll have about a 7.9% tax burden in Idaho and a 10% tax burden, sometimes higher in California. There's a state tax here, state income tax in Idaho of 5.8%. In California, it's 7.25% on average. But I know for many of you that 7% rate is definitely higher when you add on all of the other rules and systems, and you can get up to that 13 to 15% in California. In Idaho, it's just a flat 5.8%, and that's it. Idaho also has lower property taxes. The home I currently live in is just over 0.5%, and most areas in the Boise area will have around a 1% property tax. Usually it's a little bit lower. Some areas it's a little bit higher, which is better than most of our surrounding states. So if you're tired of higher taxes and paying higher insurance rates, higher gas prices, utility bills, and groceries, then again, it might be time to make the move to Boise. This next one has a lot different aspects, but if you are tired of your politics, you don't like what's happening in your school systems, or you're annoyed that you can't purchase a firearm, in Oregon, they just banned magazines that hold more than 10 rounds of ammunition. Anything in your area that you're tired of when it comes to the political environment, you might want to take a look at Idaho. And I think this is the biggest reason by far that people move to Idaho. Most of the people who call me are fed up with how things are, and most of them are at least rooted in the politics in their area. They want to move to Boise, where it is safe, they can raise kids and have a family, where you can trust that things will remain sane. Boise is a place that is very conservative, with a little bit of liberal roots in the city of Boise, but gun laws here are about as friendly as it gets. You can carry a gun without a concealed permit. You can go shoot at the range with a 50-round clip and just have fun. And you can order ammunition, right to your front door. Idaho also has one of the best homeschooling systems in the country, even though Idaho makes it so that teachers will refer to kids by the gender that they were born with, and school systems here are amazing when it comes to, religious beliefs or the major social topics. People can homeschool their kids, and it gives people here every option they could want for their kids, including a great place to raise a family with politics that support the family. They support our first responders, and they keep our city thriving. All of the things we talked about in this video can often boil down to how the politics are. So if you're tired of politics where you are, it might be time to consider Idaho. And if you do, then you need to watch this video here, where I go through every city in the Boise area and rank them from A to F. It is the most important part of moving here, and that video is the perfect way to learn. Thank you guys for watching. I look forward to meeting you.